Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here today among all of you. Conference and take the pleasure of inviting and welcoming Shri Ramesh Kumar, our Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Government of Karnataka. I still remember a very small meeting I had with him. He was surrounded by public when I went to invite him for this forum, and it was 2 months back. And he confused and he said, "Anita, are you saying February 3rd? I said, "No, sir, it's March 3rd. "Oh, you're saying you're inviting me quite in advance, so I'm blocking the calendar." And here he is today, honoring his commitment to this conference. Sir, welcome you, and I thank you so much. I now invite Dr. Shalini Rajneesh is our Principal Secretary, Health, Family Welfare, and also for Medical Education. Ma'am, a hearty welcome to you. My conversation with her was very brief, but she could clearly understand that Karnataka has all the ingredients to promote it as a medical tourism destination to the world. And all she said is, "Anita, I am there with you to support you for this cause." Ma'am, hearty welcome to you. I now invite Professor Ravi Ramamurthy, our keynote. He is going to address us today. He's our distinguished professor at the Northeastern University and the founding director of the Center of Emerging Market in USA. I had the pleasure of talking to him when Dr. Nayak introduced me to him after coming to know that he had written a Harvard Business Review about healthcare beyond boundaries, and he was most suitable for us to come and deliver this keynote. And he immediately gave us the consensus, and he is here today with us amidst his busy schedule. I now invite Dr. Maria Todd. Dr. Maria Todd is the Chief Executive Officer of Mercury Healthcare International. Now I also invite Mr. Prashant Saha, CEO of CIM Global. We started this journey of marketing India to the world as a medical tourism destination 2 years back. We wanted to do it very carefully. We wanted to ensure that we talk about the right ingredients, engage with the ecosystem throughout, and ensure that patient care and safety is given utmost importance. That is the reason of bringing this platform here. This is a knowledge platform and not a trade show. We would like all the stakeholders, including the government, which is our main stakeholder, provincial government, and the medical tourism facilitators, the hospitals, the travel agents, tour operators, to be part of this and ensure that the ecosystem handles patient care and safety very carefully. This journey we began, and we had a very humble beginning last year. And we are here this year, standing here with more than delegates from all over, close to about 30 countries represented today. And we have our Indian facilitators who are going to support and be with us throughout these 2 days. I welcome all the delegates who have come from international shores, and also our national tourism facilitators and our hospitals who have been graceful in being part of this event. May I also now welcome Shri Naveen Raj Singh, our secretary, our principal secretary for Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Shri Naveen Raj Singh was very patient to hear us out when we met him way back 2 months back about medical tourism. So, hearty welcome to you. He gave us a lot of time, tried to understand and see where all Government of Tourism, Department of Tourism can give in their inputs and promote Karnataka to the world as a medical tourism destination. Sir, thank you so much. I now take the opportunity to invite all the delegates on the dais I now also invite Dr. Hema Divakar on the stage, who is part of our expert committee, who has been with us through and through since last year, suggesting the right program for this event. Ma'am, hearty welcome to you, and I thank all the expert committee members to guide us through this event. May I now request all the delegates on the dais to light the lamp and inaugurate this conference. Thank you. Maria has joined us a bit late. Thank you, Maria. May I now invite Mr. Prashant Saha to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see cheerful faces. Thank you, my distinguished guest here, Honorable Sri Ramesh Kumarji, Minister of Health, Family Welfare, Government of Karnataka, Professor Ravi Ramamurthy, distinguished professor and founding director of the Center for Emerging Market, Dr. Maria Todd, Dr. Hema Divakar, and of course, the Secretary Tourism and the Secretary, Principal Secretary Health. This was the dream which was so last year. We started with this very humble beginning to bring focus into Karnataka and to explore its potential for medical tourism. Needless to mention that medical tourism is growing exponentially sector in India with estimated annual growth of almost 30%. A medical treatment cost in the developing world alone, with the United States and Europe taking the lead, more and more Westerners are finding it interesting and also economical to travel international countries for medical care. And India is also the front runner on this area. The number is estimated as almost 150,000 overseas tourists, those who visit India for treatment of multiple treatments and cost-effective healthcare that is on offer that India provides. Advantages of medical treatment in India include reduced cost, availability of the latest medical technologies, and the growing compliances on the international quality standards. Needless to mention, the language plays a major barrier when people are traveling. And India being widely spoken in English, we have this advantage for attracting this tourist. The Government of India and Government of Karnataka sure is taking great step to address these infrastructure issues in India and to ensure that country is able to keep pace with this demand that is offered to us. Treatment costs in India are almost 1/10 of the price comparable when you compare it with US or UK. Needless to mention that NHS did declare there are almost 1 million patients are waitlisted in UK alone in terms of those who are looking for their dates. So that's an opportunity for India. Of course, we need to answer issues like EU issues, insurance, all those. But having said that, the most popular treatments sought in India by medical tourists are alternative medicine, bone marrow transplant, cardiac bypass, surgery, eye surgery, hip replacement, and of course, a whole lot of cosmetic surgery. This Congress of eminent speakers will address the challenges in the healthcare tourism. It is our fervent step to hope that each one of you will utilize these immense opportunities as this Congress provides to revolutionize your business and in turn our economy. This 2 days conference will witness the keynote address by Professor Ramamurthy on delivering world-class healthcare affordability. Dr. Maria Todd, who has spent past 34 years working in one role or the other in the business of health and wellness tourism, will be organizing workshop for healthcare ambassadors, consultant, medical tourism facilitator later today. So we are sure that you will enjoy the hospitality of Bangalore and of India and the climate which is famous for Bangalore. Thank you so much. Enjoy the conference.
Hema Divakar to address the gathering and let us know what is in store for us in the program in the next 2 days. Dr. Hema.
Namaskara. Right at the beginning, I want to place on records that India and innovations go together. We are talking about an initiative which is going to be international. So we're going to be dealing with the communities right across the world. And there may be times when you may say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because the time zones are different. But in India and Indians, they say namaskar, which is beyond the time zones, and it's a common greeting 24/7 to everybody across the world. Today, our very distinguished guest, Shri Ramesh Kumarji and Dr. Shalini, have already inspired us by being here well ahead of time, and no longer, ladies and gentlemen, you can mock at the Indian Standard Time. India is changing, and changing for the better very firmly, very surely, and racing fast ahead in proving itself as one of the best destinations to offer world-class, innovative treatment options for the patients. The other guests who add value to this Congress, Dr. Ravi Ramamurthy and Maria Todd, we are quite sure that we will learn a lot from their deliberations. And we have to create a demand for medical tourism, and anybody, anywhere in the world, when he or she is diagnosed to have an ailment which may require some kind of a treatment, we have people like Naveenji who would environmentally felicitate such an ambience that a long journey for the patient has to begin with one step. And the first thought that anybody, anywhere in the world, for them it should be, think India. And that is how we want to position the international medical tourism, bringing together the best of the facilities and creating a demand for destination India. I stand before you on behalf of the expert committee, Dr. K.R. Gangadharan, Gaurav Reddy, Manas Panigrahi, Navreshwar Sinha, Dr. K.S. Nayak, and Shiv Prasad Huded, and myself, Dr. Hema Divakar, representing the women's healthcare, which comprises of half the population anywhere in the globe. And we are thankful as medical professionals and medical community as a whole